Hello and welcome to this new Java Lab tutorial. My name is Abdelkader Matan. I am a senior software developer and have 14 years of experience building Java application. And in this video, I want to show you how to read files in Java. And I will demonstrate three ways of doing this. First, we will use the BufferedReader in order to read file. Then second, we will use files class from java.nio in order to read the file. And in the last step, we will use StreamTokenizer in order to read the file. So this is our file with this content. Hello, this is a file for testing purpose. And the file is located below resources. This is my project, a simple project with only one class, my file reader, where we will put all our logic. So first of all, we have to get a reference to the file we want to read. And in order to do that, we will get URL in order to read the file. myFileReader.class.getResource, and we have to specify the file we want to read. In our case, it is test.txt. That's it. Then we will need a file reader. Let's call this a resource. Now we will read a file reader. In order to use the buffer reader, we need a file reader. Let's define it like this. File reader is equal new file reader. And as you can see, the file reader is expecting a file. That means we need a file now in order to pass it as a parameter to our file reader. In order to do that, let's define a path using the path from java.nio.file package. We will define a file of our resource, and this resource will convert to URI, and that's our path now, which we will use across all across our test demo today, across our demo today. Let's assign it to a variable. Let's call it path. Now we have to convert this path to a file. I have to convert this path to a file. In order to that, we can just call the toFile on the path variable. That's it. Now we can define our buffered reader and pass the file reader to it as a parameter, like this. Now we have our buffered reader, and we can start reading the content of the file. For that, let's define a string. We will call it line. This will represent one line in our file, and now we will iterate over the file lines and read the contents and print it to the console. In order to do that, we will check if we will still have a line. Let's read the line from our like this, using the readLine method. Check if we still have lines to read. Let's assign this to our line variable, and we will check if we have still lines to read, if we haven't reached the end of the file, and we will print it. Let's demonstrate this. Now we have defined the paths. Using this path, we have converted to file, and pass it to the file reader. And from there, we have passed the file reader to the buffer reader. Now we can iterate over the lines and check if we still haven't reached the end of the file, and print the lines to the console. Let's do this. As you can see here, I am getting, this is a file for testing purpose. This is the content of my file. Now I can even split this line into words and print the words to the console. Now, if I split it, I will get an array. Now I can call it words and iterate over the words to print them to the console. For that, I will iterate using a for loop. Let's define integer e is equal to 0 and e less than words, my array length, and e plus plus, and I can now print out the content to the console. But in this case, I will not put it in the line, but the contents. In order to reference the words, I can pick up the array elements. Yeah. Now let's print this. As you can see here, I'm getting hello. This is a file. That means I'm getting each word on different lines. What I've done till now, I've defined the reference using get resource from the class, then specifying the text, the file which I want to read, and may create a path of it, pass the path as a file to the file reader, and create a buffer reader using the file reader, and have iterated over the lines and split it to words and print it out to the console. This is the old way of doing it. Of course, when you use BufferedReader, you have to close it at the end. Now this is the old way of doing it as well, but let's do it in a compact way using streams in Java, which come up with Java 8. Now we have the BufferedReader. I can use the BufferedReader in order to create stream, calling the lines, and from there I can use the flat map and convert this line using the same expression here. Yeah, this means I will split the lines into words and define a stream of those lines like this. Now I have a stream of words. I have a stream of words. I can call it words stream. Words stream. And I can use now this words of stream to print the content, to print the words to the console. Words of stream using the for each, and now I can call the system.out and use the reference method print line. That's it. Now this is a compact way. Using only 2 lines of code, I can print the words of the content of the file to the console. Let's demonstrate this. Let's run my, and as you can see here, I am getting the same thing. Hello, this is a file for testing purpose. As you can see here, this is a compact way of doing this. Now we have learned how to use the BufferedReader and how to use it in a compact way using Java streams, which comes up with Java 8. Now, okay, this we can put over here. Now let's demonstrate it again. As you can see, reading from file using, and I'm getting the content here. Hello, this is a file for testing purpose. Now we read how we learn how to use BufferedReader in order to read the content of file. Now let's do the same thing using files, the class files from the java.nio package. In order to do this we can accomplish using only 2 lines of code. We can almost copy the same thing here, but instead of using the reader, let's define this. Let's comment everything here. But instead of using the reader now, we can use the files class, which has also expects a path and has also the same method, which will generate the lines, a stream of lines, which I can use also to split the lines to words. The files has a lines method, which will create a stream of lines, and this stream of lines I can flatten using the flat map. That means I will take each line, the same which I've done here. I will take each line, split it into words, and split it into words using this expression here, and convert these words into stream. That means I will get words of stream, which I can use again here to print out to the console. Let's demonstrate it. As you can see here, reading from file using files, I am getting hello, this is a file for testing purpose. Pretty nice thing, using only 2 lines of code. That means you have to choose between files from Java.nio and BufferedReader. Now let's demonstrate the last way of reading the file using the StreamTokenizer. In order to do that, we can create a StreamTokenizer and pass a new file reader. StreamTokenizer is expecting a file reader. That means we can copy this line here and paste it here. Now we can read the stream tokenizer. We can check if it has still a token, and if this token is not equal to the end of the line, the end of the stream. If it's not still, we haven't reached the end of the stream, we can check if we haven't reached the end of the stream, then test out it to the console. In order to do this, we can call the string value, because we have this one. We can get the next token in the stream, and we have the choice between string value and number value. Since we have a text file, we can use the stream value, the string value, to print out our content of the file to the console. Let's clear this and run our class again. Here, this is the output from the first first way of reading it using the files, and this is the second output from using the StreamTokenizer. So I showed you in this tutorial 3 different ways how to read files in Java using BufferedReader, files from the Java.nio package, or StreamTokenizer. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like it in order to support me providing more tutorials. And let's meet in another video. Thanks. Bye.